The original video is linked in the description down below. Enjoy.
Alright then, so in this one we're going to be looking at Reggie. Everybody loves a Reggie video. But we're going to be looking at Reggie going around an environmental health site, if I'm correct, with a bullshit meter. And let's see the interaction he gets walking about with his bullshit meter. Let's get into it.
Hello? How are you? I'm just a visitor.
I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to bring the camera like that.
No, it's not a camera, this.
What?
It's a device.
What sort of device?
Just like surveying.
What are you surveying?
Oh, it's
Have
just...
you been put onto site?
No, I'm leaving now anyway.
Right, thank you.
I'll do the outside.
Right, which company do you work for?
I don't.
Right, could I ask you to leave the premises, please?
Yeah, so just going to be outside. Just carry on this surveying.
Right. Okay, then, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're supposed to be on the premises at all, which means you need to, unfortunately, you need to leave beyond the gate.
Oh no, it just says visitors welcome.
Yeah, not to, I don't know what's the device?
Oh, it's just surveying.
Surveying what?
Alright, it's on a need to know basis really. We'd be in a government building, obviously.
Yeah, it's just we get intruders and things like that.
Oh, I'm not an
So
intruder.
be a bit careful.
Yes, no, I'm not.
Actually standing around and being in the car park.
No, like I say, I've got my readings. So I'm just going to go outside now, okay.
So, Reggie, I do like what he's doing, but I don't like the word device. That could be misconstrued as a deadly device. Especially if the police was there, they could say it was for terrorism reasons, as we all know they like to use terrorism, so they could say it's a terrorist device or something stupid like that. But I don't like the word device. It could just say meter reading or a meter reader.
How are you? Yes, no, I told the lady, so it just says visitors this way, so
Okay. What is it that you're doing?
I'm just surveying.
What are you surveying?
It's just on a need to know basis really.
Alright, well, you can't come in without a pre-arranged visit. It goes through our facilities team. So I'm going to have to ask you not to be wandering around and kind of leave.
Oh no, I've just got my surveying. I'll be 5 more minutes and I'm done.
You can't do it.
I've done it.
Okay, well, I'm going to need you to leave now.
Are you do you own the premises?
No, I work for the Environment Agency.
Oh, yeah.
And I am a manager within the Environment Agency.
It just means you don't have any authority really, because it's open to public.
There is a public access, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that you can do anything you want on this side. So I will have to ask you to leave.
Oh well, I'll be a few more minutes and...
Well, sorry, sir. I can't.
No, sorry, I need to do this.
You're going to have to leave.
No, I have to do this.
Okay. You can't do that, so you're actually trespassing.
I'm not. I didn't pass any locked gates or anything.
No, it doesn't matter about
Oh,
that.
it does.
So I've now informed you.
The landowner needs to trespass me, not the a manager. He could.
So, if this is appointment only for visitors to come, then he can trespass you and he can ask you to leave. This is the only thing Reggie's got wrong here. The landowner is not the only person which can ask you to leave. A representative, somebody that represents the landowner can ask you to leave, like him or one of the other members of staff. But that's only if it is through appointment only, as it is publicly accessible. And he admits itself, this is a public lobby, so he should be allowed to sit here and do what he wants.
Could say the same thing. Who's he?
So I work for the Environment Agency.
You can't trespass me.
I'm informing you that you can't do what you're doing.
I've just done it.
Not without any. Well, you shouldn't have done.
Why? It's only a survey.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
So I said, what is he here for?
It's just
We
on.
haven't organised it with.
It's just on need to know basis. It's not for you not to know. But I'll be 2 more minutes and I'm done.
No, and each lift is a safety animal.
A safety animal.
Yeah, if you've been on a site without permission, without the right kind of authorisations. So
I'm getting high readings here, my friend. So I have just got to pass this information on. Okay.
I understand you might have your own kind of objectives, but what I'm saying is, if you make contact with the facilities, they can organise for you to complete whatever you need to.
Oh, and then they might not want me to do that if I told them.
Okay, then. So here it says Reggie needs to do an assessment to be on the site without authorization, but if it's open to the public and it has a public office, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need to do all these assessments and everything just to go into that public office where he is and to walk back off. And Reggie's bullshit meter is hitting the roof because he knows.
That might be their prerogative.
Yeah. Well, I have finished now anyway.
It's not for you to just come onto a site.
Oh, it is if it's paid for by the taxpayers. It is. It says if it's.
Risk assessments.
Oh, if it says reception here.
There's risk assessments. I don't suppose you've got a copy of risk assessments for your activities that you're doing on site.
I don't need one. It just says reception this way. I come into reception.
I can understand you've got tasks to do, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave. So, if you want to come with me?
I'm not coming with you, sir. You're not escorting me anywhere.
Okay. We're not going to get into an altercation. Could you do me a favour? Could you just ask them to see if the police can come?
Oh, police. Trespass is a civil matter, sir.
There's somebody that's on site that we don't
Trespass is a
understand.
civil matter, not a criminal
Have you
matter.
identified yourself to us to say who you are and what you're doing?
You've not even asked.
Who are you and what you're doing?
Scott.
What, Scott, what's your surname? What
Chegg.
is it? Scott.
Chegg.
Scott Chegg. And what is it that you're doing?
I'm just surveying. I told you.
So no, that is absolutely hilarious. Scott Chegg. His name's Scott, and then his last name's Chegg. Scott Chegg. Do you get it? Oh my god, I've got to put that on repeat again. That was funny. But yes, like Reggie said, this is a civil matter. Police can't really do nothing. And for him not identifying himself, nobody asked him to. You all just told him to leave.
What, Scott, what's your surname? What
Chegg.
is it? Scott.
Chegg.
Scott Chegg. And what is it?
2 more minutes, I'm done.
But I've already said.
Due to do the survey,
Oh, myself.
but you said taxpayers.
No, I said that it's a taxpayers' building, and we have the right to look and survey.
You don't.
We do, honestly.
There's health and safety and wellbeing requirements. Okay. For any individual who comes onto this site, we've got to know what they're doing. We've got to know why they're doing it and what they're safe. Right?
Yeah, I've honestly, I, that's your policy, which doesn't trump my rights. But what I will say to you, I need to crack on.
So this person's wrong. You do have the right to go and have a look at where your public spending's going. And the funniest thing is you also have the right to put a FOIA request in to see where their spending's going, which I might actually do, put a FOIA request in to see how much they're getting from the government and where that money's getting spent on and on what.
Get out of here, because I've got a drone in my bag. I'm going to get the rest of the footage from above, which will complete the survey. So I'll be flying a drone above here.
So, again, there's people, there's staff information, there's staff stuff in here. What is it that you're using this information for?
I can't tell you, it's on a need to know basis, sir. I don't come to your house or your office and say, what are you doing on your computer?
Equally, I don't come to your house
No.
and survey it.
No, but this isn't your house.
So, equally, I don't come to any place of work and survey it without.
Oh, you can do, it's a government property.
Ultimately, we can go on arguing this stuff.
No, there's no argument. You're
No.
you're holding me up now, my friend.
What's the, do you mind me asking what's the, because obviously you're taking out a lot of the taxpayers' money now. Cause
No, you are, because if I would be gone by now if you didn't talk to me.
What are you aiming to do?
I had to do a survey
Of what?
of this place.
Maybe we could help you with the info or something like that?
No, you couldn't. Everything's visible from public space.
Alright, so how long are you going to be on the premises?
I have 2 minutes.
How many?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, so should we follow you? You do your
You don't need to follow me. I've given my word.
Because we can't have anybody just wandering around.
Well, I just said I'm taking a drone up from the.
So there's a lot to unpack in this little minute, 20-second clip here. But let's start with one thing. There's nothing should be on display which is private, and if it is, that's down to you. Secondly, the reason there's a lot of taxpayers' money being wasted there is because you've chose to have 3 people out talking to one person, which is just would have been gone by now. Thirdly, just leave them to it.
Outside in a minute as well. So it's that'll. Pardon? What does that matter?
What we need to understand, right, is it'd be helpful if you could tell us what you're doing and why, so we can understand. As I've said to you, you wandering around this site, if you get hurt, right, then where's the liability line?
No, and that's the reason why. So no. If you've got a public entrance with a reception, right?
Okay.
Are you saying that you take liability for someone having an inquiry or a visitor? You don't.
No. What
You
I'm
don't
saying
know.
is if you're wandering around this site.
The reason why we have closed gates and stuff is for that reason. So liability, it takes away liability because you've got an open reception,
Okay.
and you've
So
got.
I'm talking about your safety here. I'm not talking about the liability. I'm talking about your safety.
Yeah.
So you're wandering around this site. Okay. Nobody knows who you are. Right. I know you're called Scott.
Yeah.
Right. And I know you're carrying something.
Yeah.
Right. It's some kind of reader. But nobody else knows what you're doing and why you're here. All right. So there's an element of people who may well be in that building looking out, going, "What's that guy doing? Why is he here?" and getting concerned.
Yeah.
So part of my duty and part of my role is to go, well, what is it you're doing? Why are you here? As you're wandering round, okay, there could be people driving round. Now, if people are doing work or doing things around here, and it's not about just being obstructive and saying no, get out. What I'm trying to do is understand what you're doing, and as Doug said, there could be things we can help with. But if you don't know this particular site and something happens,
Yeah.
right, then we want to make sure that you're okay.
Okay. Right.
We're okay.
If I tell you, will you let me continue?
Well,
Right then, so first thing he does is starts out by saying it's for his safety, and then goes on about how if people see him and they don't know him and is doing stuff like that, that it might be, I don't know what he's getting at because he never finished. He changed what he was talking about. But if that's what he's saying, that people in the building don't know what he's doing, so what he's saying is the people what are in that building are a liability to them and a danger to members of the public from the words what he's said himself. And then he goes on about if he don't know the site. Now, most people don't know the site, stick to the signs what says reception this way, exit that way. I doubt Reggie's just going to go for a free wander around the site, knowing full well that he could be kicked off the site.
let's go wherever you're going. I'll stay.
I'm reading the emission. Oh, you having your lunch? That's fine. I don't want to interrupt you, sir. Can I read the emissions that are getting put out into this area from here?
You can take a measure.
That's all I want to do. I want to.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's sort that, and then
It's like a carbon footprint. We need to get on top of these things. And this would
what
be
is it you're monitoring from here?
the emissions that are coming in.
What emissions?
From the diesel, the petrol, and the
What is it you're
manufacturing.
measuring? What is it you're measuring?
I'm on a carbon footprint data.
Okay. Let's just go over it, because these are the kind of things. The safety that we've got to kind of. Where do you want to take your measurement from?
Well, I'm pretty much done here, because like I say, we're just on the sweeping. I wanted to have a look at the reception. I'm having a look at the area.
Right.
And now, what I want to do...
Come step here. Step here.
Why?
Because it's a bloody road.
Oh, right, I didn't see the road. No. So what I'm...
So far, now we're sold him what he's doing, he seems more chilled. Apart from, I don't know, that little bit where it was like, come here, and then he sounded a bit like Carl Pilkin. And he's like, get off the road, because it's a road, which is quite entertaining. That it did sound a bit like Carl Pilkin, but this interaction so far is... It's being a bit weird, and now he's told him he's reading the carbon footprints. It's chilled right down.
Outside the gates, we use common sense, don't we, to get about.
Right.
So we see a car coming, we get off the road. You know.
Absolutely. Where do you want to take your measurement?
I've took my measurements from this
All right,
reader.
bro.
So I've just got to do a bit of drone flying. I want to capture in as many trees as I can around the perimeter. And I'm done. No hostility, my friend.
Don't want to be outside. All I want to do
But you wanted
is
to
make
trespass
sure...
me 5 minutes ago.
No, it's not about trespassing yet. What I'm trying to establish, we have people, we deal with people who can be threatening and harmful.
Serious?
Right? Yeah, in our jobs.
Right.
So what I've got to do is be well aware of whoever's coming in, right? And if people don't want to share the information, and I mean, we've got to hopefully an understanding. But what I don't want to do is put other people at risk.
No, I know, I understand that.
Therefore,
but in regards to that, yeah, what someone could do at the end of the day, they could follow you home. So I hope you understand that. I've come here on your cameras, I'm barefaced.
Counter surveillance.
Yeah, do you get that type of stuff? I'm not.
I haven't seen your face yet because you've got your glasses.
No, but what I'm trying to say is basically facial recognition. I'm on every camera. If that were police, if I was someone untowards, police have got me off that. But what I'm trying to say, my friend, is basically, like that kind of stuff usually goes on like when you don't know it. Like someone could be outside there in a van watching you or what have you. I'm not here for that. I'm just.
No, I appreciate the fact that you've been open and said I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. All I need to know now is.
So would you?
Have you done your measurements?
Yeah, I got my measurements. Would you like to tell me anything about that I can see from above? Have you got solar panels, anything like that?
I think there are solar panels on the roof. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I'll have a look. That's all, guys.
Good.
It's a government building. We pay for this. We have the right to come and see.
Technically, I pay for it as well.
You do? Yeah.
So, no, Scott, appreciate it.
No problems.
That we've got to a decent outcome.
Yeah, don't worry about it. A couple of decent rucksacks there. You're not after a new one, are you?
No, not yet.
Right, guys.
Cheers.
Have a lovely day. How do you think I crossed the road in a day? Or do you mean get run over? Is that what you're trying to say?
Right then, so I'll let the last 3 minutes play through uninterrupted, as I'm going to start doing that from now on. The last 3 minutes are normally the most important 3 minutes, and I want to do it uninterrupted. But I will start making the videos uninterrupted to certain points and then carrying on. But in this one, it's a little bit weird. They chilled right out, but they still wanted to be on the defensive, on about people do counter surveillance and all that stuff. You're an environmental health service. You're not important where people want to attack it, and if they do, shame on them. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm. Go out and check some of my other ones, as I do think I've got some decent ones, and I'll catch you on the next one.